Installing a micro bad seed or a full frame bad seed could not be easier. The micro bad seed is 24 inches tall. You can have only a French drain trench that's 10 inches deep, very DIY friendly. This trench here is pretty shallow. We're on the lake, and if we get too low, we'll be pumping and recirculating lake water. So the micro bad seed was ideal. Now, sometimes when you dig your sump pit, it's real easy to undersize your sump pit. You want to make it really wide so that when you stick your sump pump system inside that sump hole, there's room to run your French drain pipes. If you run downspouts to your bad seed, make sure to have an inline distribution box to catch any debris, any shingle, gravel, or leaves that come off the roof. This ensures the sump pit will last forever. It'll be a pit full of stone around the bad seed micro or the bad seed full frame. Now, if you're looking for a lot of slope and you want to go deep, your best to definitely use the full frame. It's taller. They start at 24 inches, and our tallest, we have one at 40 inches in the bad seed. You want your sump pit to be deeper so the water just falls out of your French drain trench into the sump pit cavity. Water always seeks the lowest point. This will leave your French drain trench completely dry. You want to keep that trench dry so that tree roots, shrub roots don't go into your French drain system. If there's water left behind, they can sniff that out. So see how there's no hookups? It's beautiful what we've come up with. Here's a French drain pipe and here's a roof runoff system pipe, both going to a bad seed. You just run them alongside the bad seed. Look at all the inlet in that bad seed. That whole side is just inlet. Both sides look like that. You can see that great inlet to keep the stone out. So don't use pea stone, don't use small stone, use large stone so you don't end up with little stone chips getting into your pump. They don't last long if you're going to have them eating a lot of stone. So we like this black, flexible PVC Schedule 40. This is our favorite. With only a screwdriver, that is all that's needed. You can hook this up and run it wherever you want to discharge the water. Now, a couple of pointers. Always put your system, your sump pit, as close to the area of discharge as you possibly can, reducing the amount of distance that you're pumping the water. Your pump will work more efficiently and it'll pump more water faster if the discharge line is shorter. As a rule of thumb, I like to keep my discharge lines to 50 feet. Once in a while we have to go to 100 feet and I really don't care for it. It does slow the pumps down. So it's not going to work as hard. It's not going to move. Well, actually, it's going to work twice as hard. It's just not going to move as much water. So we refer to that as head. So when you increase the head like that, the pump works really hard and it loses its effectiveness to move, flood conditions. So a lot of people say, where I want to put the sump pit, it's very far from my discharge. Just redesign your system and it might have to get kind of deep. That's why we have a bad seed that's 40 inches tall. So if to get to a certain area, you're digging deeper, but you're getting your discharge line closer to the area that you're going to be discharging the water, say a ditch or a lake, wherever it may be, or if you're just running it down the fence and letting it run down the driveway, we do that quite a bit and it works really well. But this couldn't be easier. You dig a hole, oversize it so that it's wider, and you run your pipes alongside it. That's it. You're not hooking up nothing. That is how simple this is. You need just only a screwdriver as far as a tool and a shovel. So a garden tool as a shovel and a screwdriver. Armed with those two things, you'll have all the success in the world. We have streamlined the bad seed. We have streamlined it to where it just couldn't be easier for the homeowner. All right, everybody, I hope you found this video helpful. And until the next video,